Hey guys, it's Porcelain, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different. Today we're going to be doing a hair wrap, and if you don't know what a hair wrap is, it's something that was kind of popular in the 90s, my childhood, and basically it's taking thread and just wrapping it around your hair in different colors and patterns. So that's what I'm going to add to my wig today, and if you like this wig, you can get it at uniqso.com. I know I absolutely freaking love it, but if you want to see how to do the hair wrap, keep watching. First thing you're going to have to do for this is you're going to have to section off the hair, and I've already pinned up this part so that we'll just have what we're working with. And what you're going to need for the thread is, it's called embroidery thread, and you can get it at like Michael's or Joann's or whatever. And let me go ahead and show you. These are the colors that I've chosen for what we're going to do. They're kind of like colors that are complementary to the wig and like similar to tones that are in said wig. So we're going to start with the lighter tones at the top. But before we even do that, we have to find a chunk of hair, and the chunk of hair I'll be using is this little piece right here. And I apologize if the wig head shakes a bit. I'm actually sitting on my bed, and so every time I pull it, it moves, it bounces. It's terrible. Sorry. Anyway, so we're going to choose a little section, and it's just got to be a small little section. You're going to measure out lengths of your colors. You are going to be not only covering this length, but you're going to be covering it twice, and you'll see what I mean. And one of them is going to be wrapping, so because it is wrapping, it takes more length. So about 3 times what you're about to do of each and every color that you want. 1, 2, 3. So this is about how much I'm going to be using. And if you have a little extra at the end, that's fine, but we don't want to get shorted. So yeah, anyway, now I'm going to cut this length of every color. So once you cut the lengths, you are going to lay them out flat. And you're going to kind of, so that you can get them under control, tie one end of the ends together. Here we go. We're just going to tie just a little knot like that. And now we are going to be braiding this little strand in with the hair. Now the thing that makes this part a little bit weird, tricky, whatever, and some people may choose to do it differently because of this, is you're going to want to keep the loose ends out, but you're going to braid the rest in. So I recommend taking a bobby pin and just pinning it up at the top of where you're going to braid. Just like that. So now we have this, and I always do it just so it's a little bit longer than the actual hair itself. And as you can see, these colors go well with the wig, so we chose well. We are going to braid these in. Okay, now when you're at the ends, you're going to grab you need a little rubber band. Okay, so now we're at the part where we get to start our actual wrapping. So now we get to let down this little part right here, pull out that bobby pin, and decide what color we want to start with. Now, like I said, I want it to be an ombre similar to the wig. So we're going to start with my yellow color. I'm just going to mix a little bit of pink in there to start. So you can wrap it either way. Like, it doesn't matter for you to go right to left, clockwise, whatever. It doesn't matter. You just start wrapping, and it's going to be kind of weird at first. You just kind of got to hold the hair, and yeah, it helps to kind of pull the rest of the hair out of the way. There we go, tied up. So now we're just taking, like I said, the top 2 colors that I want to do, and this is just going to create like a striped mixed pattern kind of thing. And you want to start off as close to the head as you can. And you want to keep it as tight as you can when it comes to this, because it can unravel if you don't. I'm going to actually zoom in here so you can hopefully see better what I am doing. Now that we are, you can kind of see the pattern that's forming. Now I already know that I'm not going to be using these colors for the longer lengths. So since it is causing me, the length is causing me a little bit of issue on wrapping this one, I can go ahead and cut off about almost a foot. There we go. And continue wrapping. Okay, so now we have this. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and tie this off because I'm done with this little pattern thingy I've done here. And I will put it up to the camera for a better sight in a minute. So what you're going to do is you're just going to knot it. And you're going to pull it around like this, leave a little hole, and whoop, knot it. Doing this will also help secure it and make it a lot less likely to ever unravel. Show you guys. This is the pattern we're doing so far. And now I'm going to switch to just plain yellow. And I'm going to leave the pink out on top. And you'll see why in a second. This pink one out on top. Just do some yellow. This is very time consuming, so I recommend doing this when you have a good time to sit and do nothing. And you can, by the way, like if you're seeing spaces in between the thread, you can just push it up. And I apologize if this video comes out not so good quality because I don't know how my zoom is. I've never tried it, and we're trying it today. So as I was saying before, I ran out of storage on my memory card and had to delete stuff. I was just wrapping. I forgot exactly what I was saying. But if you have to stop for any reason, by the way, a little bobby pin will hold it nicely. So just pin the little hair and or the little string, and it'll stop. So bring this yellow color all the way down to where it starts to transition into this nice peachy color in the hair. Now, before I continue, I'm going to be doing a little pattern type thing using this. And basically, I'm going to be taking the piece I cut off, and I'm just going to try to, as lightly as I can, tie this in. And so I went ahead and tied the string. So now we have two little pink strings here. And the reason, you're going to want to get that as tight as we can. The reason is I want to do like an X pattern, and it's going to take two strands. So now I'm going to cut off this little itty bit part. Take these two strands, and I'm going to cross once behind, see, right here, like that. And then one more time here. So now, it's kind of hard to see, but now we have a pretty little X pattern. There we go, a pretty little X pattern up on top here. And then, so once I've got my pretty little X pattern I like, I'm going to secure that down by holding those in place and then just wrapping it, and that's just going to hold those ends. And as you'll see, I keep pulling out little hairs because they do tend to try to hop in there. So back to just yellow. And I'm going to do a couple strands around, and then I'm going to do a tie. So now we have this pretty little X pattern on our thing. Now I'm going to do just a bit more yellow, and then we're going to switch to yellow and that bright orange. And we're going to use the same technique as the very first starting technique of wrapping two colors together. Reach the point where I'm ready to start transitioning to my next color. So as you can see, we're just taking those two colors and wrapping them around at the exact same time. And now I'm ready to go ahead and tie that off, because we're going to switch to just the orange. See? So, for this next part, I'm going to take the color I want below this color, and that's going to be this almost corally red color. And this one is just going to stay right here, right out here. And I'll probably be cutting some length off it to make the X. So now we're going to take that and push everything else down. Separate the yellow and orange, because now we're just going to be using this bright orange. And like I said, this red stays out, so the braiding also helps it so that not only does it hold the threads in there, it keeps it from having too many hairs poke out. So now I'm ready to add in the other little part. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a little bit off the end, and basically just, I'd say, I don't know, 6 inches. So again, I'm just going to tie this right onto there, pull it tight. And cut this little excess off. Oop. Now, like I said before, we're going to do the X pattern. And you just pull this like that down. And that creates one in the back here. And this one's going to be 3 that we're going to do. One there. And then just get that all in position, and then take this orange one and seal it in. You're just wrapping multiple times. Wrap. I'm going out of focus here, ain't I? I'm going to tie it off because I want to secure it. There we go. And that secures these little X part, which I think are really cute. That's my favorite part of the design. I like the little transitional, but I like that best. So now I'm going to continue down the hair. It's basically going to be this exact same pattern of twisting it with 2, doing a block, and then doing the X's on top. So now I'm getting to the end of my hair wrap, and I'm going to go ahead and take off the rubber band that I previously secured the hair with. because that'll only make it bumpy and we don't need it anymore. So we can just pull that down past the hair. And we'll just have this. So, and then we just continue. I haven't done the X part on this yet, but I will in just a second, and then I will be back. So now that I've reached the end, I'm going to go ahead and tie it off several times with this last string. So, just because I want it to be nice and secure. And now a lot of people are fans of putting beads at the end to hold it. I not so much. So you can see there's the hair, and here's all our stuff. So now I'm going to tie a new knot. We can cut off all this excess. See, all the excess string that I didn't use. We're going to be tying off the end now. If you want to add a little charm, or a lot of people add beads, you can do that. I'm going to go ahead and do the final tie off. And you're just going to take all the strings together, all of them, all at once. And do that little tie we've been doing. Just bring it around and right at the end. And I'll just kind of pull that. And now we have this. So this is what the end looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and add this little charm to it now. Just take a couple of the strings and feed them through and tie them to the end. And now, time for a quick little tie. Now we have a cute little thing on the end of our wig. Cute little charm. So I'm going to put it on and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is it. It's done. This is the hair wrap right here. If you want to make it a little neater, you can always go back and trim those little stray hairs, because there's always going to be little stray hairs. But I like it as it is, a little bit rugged, a little bit more bohemian style type. So there's that, and this is what it looks like in the hair. You can only kind of see the bottom in a lot of parts until you look at the underside. Ah, there it is. The underside, it looks like that. So let me go ahead and show you with flash as well. This is what it looks like. You kind of see a little better in the flash. I think it's a kind of cute little accessory, and it's a little different than what I normally do. It's a kind of little peekaboo type thing, and I really like it. It really reminds me of something I did in my childhood. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you go ahead and make your own hair wrap, let me know how that turns out for you. So hope y'all are having a good time and a good day. I'll be back with more videos soon, hopefully. Bye!